So I wanted to come on today and do kind of like a first impression sort of review. I got influenced, I got sucked into a product that I had literally been stalking for a while. And what it is the Seint Beauty makeup, formerly known as mascara. If you have been on Instagram for any amount of time and watched some beauty gurus do their looks, you may have stumbled upon this product. So like I said, I've been stalking it for probably about at least like a year or so. And I finally just pulled the trigger and was like, all right, fine, I'm just gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. So I'm gonna share with you today exactly what I bought and like first impressions. So if you've never heard of this product before, it is a cream-based foundation and then you apply it only where you need those specific colors. So like when you're doing, I would say like your liquid foundation with products you get, I don't know, at Ulta or Walgreens or wherever, you know, you put like your liquid foundation on, everything is sort of like a blank slate, then you come in with some contour, you put in some, you know, brightening and highlight, you color correct, you do whatever you have to do, but it's sort of like a build upon a layer type of process. This is not like that. This is essentially trying to get one layer of product on your face, but only placing that product where you need it, if that makes sense. So you wouldn't put like foundation everywhere and then put your contour in. You would put your foundation only where you need it and then put your contour only where you need it and then blend. So that's sort of like the gist of it. What you need to do if you want this product is you have to get a color match through a consultant. You can go on their website and like find a consultant. I just went with somebody that I saw on Instagram and was like, hey, I think I kind of trust this lady that she knows how to color match me. I'll get into that in a little bit, but essentially that's how you know that you're getting the right color, because you cannot buy this product in the store, which honestly is probably like a big reason why I did not try it for the longest time. I like to go in the store, I like to see it, I like to touch it, I like to try it. I would prefer personally to try a product in a store, or you know, like you go in like the beautician ladies, like they put it on and then you decide if you really like it. You can't do that with this product. Like you have to actually like pony up some money and try it. They do have a money back guarantee. I think it's within like the first 30 days or so. So that's nice. But just sort of like, you know, if you're looking to try this product, want to be transparent, like you cannot go to just like your regular store and try it. So let's just get into it. So when my products arrived, they arrived with some brand type of information, which I thought was cute. There's like a QR code here. I didn't use any of this. I was just like, oh, okay, cool. There's some more stuff, like a pamphlet about the product. More, not really the product, the brand. Oh, there's a little bit about the product. It tells you like, here, I'll just zoom in. So it does tell you about the brand, a little bit about the types of products. I think we get into the founder a little bit here. But essentially, my products came with these two things and then the product itself. So they come in these little tins and they're really cute actually. But the thing about this type of makeup is that you sort of like build out a palette, and I'm a budget babe type of person, and so I was like, like I don't know if I want to pony up like all the money for like the special brushes and the palette and the makeup. It would have cost me like almost $150 to get everything, and so I was just like, I really just am interested in the makeup. So what I did, instead of like buying all the things together, is I am going to be using my brushes that I have. I have a bazillion brushes. I don't need any more. I have loose brushes, I have really tight brushes, I have fluffy brushes, dense brushes, shaped brushes, circle brushes. I have every brush you could ever imagine. So there was no way I was gonna be like, yeah, I totally need that brush that they're talking about. But if you don't have good brushes, I would recommend buying their brushes. The other product that I skipped on was their actual magnetic palette. So what happens is you get these little guys in the mail and you put them into a magnetic palette. I am using a palette, a magnetic palette that I had for a very long time. This is called a Z palette. You can still get these. Like, they have them at Sephora. I don't think Ulta carries them. Sephora does carry them. They have a limited selection in the stores themselves, usually just like the plain matte black ones. This one was like a holiday collection or something like that, which is why it's kind of like fun and glittery, which is also why I really wanted it, because it's glittery. But what you'll do is when you get your makeup in the mail, you're gonna go like this. You slide it out. There it is. And then, boop, you build out a palette. So, oh, where's my other one? So you build out your palette. This is it's a little dusty in here, but you get the gist. These are the colors that I was matched with. So I have 2 highlights. I have 2 contours. I've got a lip and cheek, and then these were just little extras. These were glitter eyeshadows. I'll get into that in a little bit, why I wanted to try those products. Something to know about Seint is that when we talk about foundation, like your overall color, they call that a highlight, which can kind of be confusing because in non-Seint world, a highlight is like where you're gonna like brighten things, right? You're gonna highlight down the bridge of your nose. You're gonna highlight maybe up here. You're gonna highlight areas that you want to kind of pop out a little bit more, and contour and shade right the other areas. But it's just helpful to know that your normal foundation color, your all over color, they call it a highlight. Now, in the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't matter what they call it, so long as you get the right colors. But it's just something I wanted to make sure you were aware of. Now, in order to get a color match, like I said earlier, you have to go through a artist or like a Seint beauty artist. So what you do is you find somebody that sells the product. You can go on their website, and I think you can like search and find an artist in your area, or you can go on Instagram, which is what I did. There was somebody that I'd been following for a couple years anyways, just like not necessarily just for the makeup, but just in general. And so she's the person that I went through. When you do the color match, they will typically request 2 photos. So one is just your bare face, like just like this. Like I'm sitting in front of a window, and so I sent her a picture like this, and then I put on my makeup with like my regular, you know, look that I was wearing, sat in front of the same window and sent that to her. And then she sent back to me a really cute little email that said like, hey, you're beautiful. Here's all the colors that I would recommend for you. And I'm gonna go through it real quick here because I just wanna make sure I don't miss anything. She sent me a main highlight, a brightening color, 2 different contour colors, and then she recommended a few different blushes. I think blushes are maybe a little bit more so personal preference. So obviously you want to get a really good like skin color match, but some days you might want, you know, like a brighter blush, and other days you want something a little bit more moody. So overall, it was a very well-crafted email. She gave me all of my, you know, recommendations. She does have some palettes that she puts together for like eyeshadow colors, brushes, all the jazz, like all the things. So I found it helpful. I ordered the colors that she suggested. Everything arrived in perfect condition. It did take a little bit of time because some of the colors were sold out, but I was like, yeah, whatever, you know, it is what it is. But, so to apply this makeup, we're gonna play around with it a little bit. I will admit I have been using this for about a week now, and I will tell you, the first time that I used it, was very different for me. I'm generally used to using like a liquid foundation. I use my IT Cosmetics CC cream, which is just more viscous. It spreads more evenly. This stuff sort of like sits where you put it, and then you have to blend it. But I really liked the coverage on it, and so I've continued to use it. But all I'm saying is that like, don't let your first impressions of this thing like turn you off from it. Like just keep playing with it, especially if you're not used to using cream products or cream foundations. So we're gonna go in first with like my really kind of like lightening, brightening color here. I'm just gonna use my finger. I always feel like I have to color correct under my eyes. Otherwise, I look like I have, you know, dark circles. Not bags, but dark circles, and we don't want that. And I do like to use my finger because I feel like my finger warms the product, and I just pat really nicely. And I do that whether I'm using this product or like my IT Cosmetics product that I'm really like a ride or die for. So you can already tell Like that already looks better. Come in here, do the same thing. I will say the very first time I used this product, I put so much on. I didn't realize I put a lot on until later in the day, and I was like, ooh. So, like I said, play with it. All right, so that's pretty good. I also like to use this type of product around my nose because I tend to have just like a little bit of redness. Use my other. Okay, next I'm going to go in with my main highlight color, and I am going to use this It Cosmetics foundation brush. It's very similar to the one that the Seint artists use. What I would say, again, if you don't have good brushes, buy their brushes. If you hate them, you can return them. They have like a money back guarantee. But if you do have brushes, you can use those too. But what I would say is with this type of product, you want to look for a brush that's kind of dense, at least for like the foundation portion or the highlight portion. So this, you can tell, like she's really dense because you need it to be able to apply the product and blend it. Okay, so we're gonna go in with that one. And you can tell, like, I've got blemishes here. I've got some, I'm normal, you know, we all got this stuff. And I go around. I'm gonna try to stay away from my contour area and my blush area. But I'll be honest, I have not perfected this technique or using this product yet. Dab back in. Ugh. Okay, so there's a problem with dabbing, is like I basically like cross-contaminated some colors. I gotta get better about that. I've seen other girls where they just like dip their finger in and they like put the dots all over their face. I did. I tried that. I feel like that's a technique you need to perfect, and it is one that I have not perfected. I mean, it looked like when I see the girls on the gram do it, but when I blended it, I was like, girl, you need to practice that. It's not your cup of tea yet. Okay, so you can tell, like already, it just blends out. Like it conceals really good. It conceals and it blends. All right, we're gonna go around my nose because I don't really know what to do with my nose right now. All right, we're doing good, Okay, after you do all that, we're gonna go in with our contour. Now, she matched me to a couple different contour colors, and I'm glad I got 2 of them, because when I'm doing this area and underneath here, I really like to use this darker color. It's very similar to like the e.l.f. kind of contour shade that I use, or the cosmetics one. Like, I like it. So this one to me is like my standard kind of contour color. This one, I believe this guy is called Icon. There you go. It's got more warmth to it, and I love to use it up here because it just gives me a little bit more of a sun-kissed look. I think it looks cute on the cheeks too. I just honestly have not perfected the application. Now with this one, with the contours, those ooh, geez. I used a lot. I'm a little scared here. For these, I do go in with my finger and then blend out with the brush. We're gonna go like that, right? Okay. I'm still learning this product. I don't know. But I'm having fun playing with it. I got some melasma over here. Discoloration. All right, so we got... This guy, I always like to go under here. but I don't want to go too heavy. And I think we're gonna go like that. I'm gonna dot a little bit. I kind of like, I don't want to put too much on. Like I said, I have fun playing with these new products, but I feel like this is a technique that I have not used or clearly haven't perfected, but I just, okay. I don't know. It looks like how like those cutesy girls on the gram do it. Okay, so up here, I'm gonna use this brush again. It's that It Cosmetics one. It's very similar, I believe, to like their Buffy brush. Kind of blend that out. I don't know if it made a difference. I feel like I have to apply more. But at the same time, I am not looking for like a really heavy look. But I feel like if you wanted a heavy look, these cream products are where it's at, because they have a lot of pigmentation. Okay. All right, and then we're gonna buff out under here. And you can see those blemishes that I had before, they're gone. Which is also like why I really like the pigmentation. I mean, my goodness, like I'm in my 40s now and I still get breakouts. Like what the heck? When's it gonna stop? Okay, now for this area, I like to use this brush. You can see the shape on it. Can you see that? Yeah. So the shape on it kind of like sets in really nice, and it's super like tightly packed in there. So I like this one because the product, it keeps the product like where it should be. What is this one? Stila? I'll link all this. You guys know the deal. I'll link stuff. And we're gonna go like that. I like it. I like it. Huh. Okay. All right. All right. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I've really only played around with like the foundation or like the highlight colors. So figuring out how the heck to do the contour and really apply it, I'm still learning. But I feel like I like it. It has added some depth and dimension to my face. Now, if you want to, obviously you can use that same contour and like do the sides of your nose if you want. I've seen the girls do it like around their lips and stuff. I'm not gonna get overly complicated with it today. So we're just gonna do it like that. We're just gonna keep it simple. It's hard enough trying to learn like a new technique to apply a product, let alone like going way over the top with it from the get-go, especially if that's not something that you do every day. Just try to keep it simple. Now this is something I have played around with a little bit. I have not perfected the application of it, but I'm very intrigued by their lip and cheek system that they have, which essentially is like, it's cream colors, and you can use this cream color on your lips and your cheeks. I've even seen some of the girls use it as like some eyeshadow colors. I think it's just like a universal, really flexible color that you can use in a lot of different ways. What I love about this, now this is not a color I would ever typically pick for me for my cheek or my lips. But I went off the recommendation that the artist had given me, and I was like, yeah, all right, like we'll try it. And a lot of other people had said that they liked it. I love it. And I think the reason why I love it is because I do use it on my cheeks and my lips, and so the colors just like naturally match, like it's like matchy right? And in the past when I have tried like darker colors, I tend to just stick with like the same blush that I always use. But then what happens is my blush is like this bright pinky blush, and then I try to go with like a deep moody lip color and it doesn't work. I feel like by using this lip stuff on my cheeks and on my lips, it just worked. But here's the thing, I have not perfected like how the frick to apply this on my cheeks without putting like 700 pounds of makeup on. So I'm gonna dab it on my finger, and we're just gonna, I don't know. we're gonna wing it a little bit here. See, like, ooh, like even just that, like I barely touched it and I'm like, oh my goodness. Like that? I don't know. Like that? Now I don't have any there. Let's try again. Let's try again. Let's go in the camera. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's blend it out. Again, this is an IT Cosmetics brush. Really nice. Really like one of my favorite blush brushes. Is that working? I feel like it's working. It looks cute, right? Yeah, okay. I like it. There we go. I like to put it on my nose too. Okay. I feel like this side's a little light. There we go. A little more. I'm literally like just quickly. Oh, God. Let's take some off. Does that work? Where's this? I have like glitter coming from somewhere. Oh, it's probably from, oh, it's from those. So this is how I apply my, I don't know why, like I feel like I have to smile when I put my blush on. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay, it's working. It's working. And, okay, like I said, that exact same color that I used on my cheeks, let's just dab in. And we're gonna just put some on. I will say that those lip colors can be a little bit drying. So I do still use like a chapstick. This isn't even a chapstick. This is knuckle wax, but I love it. It's, I don't know, it's like a hydration stick for hard working hands. I bought it for my husband. He didn't want it. I use it every day now. I love it. But anyways, like I would use like a chapstick or something else to kind of add some hydration, because otherwise it will look a little bit dry on your lips. So that's basically it. I'm not going to put any other stuff on. I really just kind of wanted to show you what to expect when you try this makeup, and kind of just like, I don't know, like give you a few little tips, tricks on how to apply it, especially if you're a beginner, because I have worn makeup for like, I don't know, like for years and years, for decades. Let's be real. I've worn makeup for decades, and I have not played with a cream product in a very long time. I didn't realize the application would be so different from my normal makeup. However, I kind of like it. Like, I'm gonna keep it. I'm not returning this stuff. I'm keeping it. And I would just encourage you, if you purchase it, to give it a try, kind of like play with it a bit, because the application and the technique is something unto itself. Like, you've got the product and then you have how you apply it. And I would just like encourage you, like try, I don't know, try it for a while. The other thing is that I know I have seen people use it in the more traditional fashion. Like if you're just really like not sure what to do, use it like your main like highlight colors, put it all over, put the contour like in like how you normally would, like just play with it a bit. What else would I say? Oh, okay, I'm gonna do like a real quick like pros and cons of my initial impressions of this product. Pros: you have somebody color match for you. High five to the lady that color matched me, because it was perfect. So I liked that versus having to like trial and error myself. Another pro is that I do like, so even though this is not a Seint compact, I do like the compact system of just keeping what you want in a single palette and sort of like cutting down on the 700 pounds of stuff that you might have to lug with you if you're traveling or whatever. Just having like exactly what you need at the ready. So I like that. I also like that these products are multi-purpose. So you can use, you know, the different, I'm going to call them foundation colors, the different foundation and contour colors for foundation and contour. You can also use them as a primer for your eyes, for your eyeshadow. You can use them. I have used this contour color when I've done eyeshadow, used it as, you know, kind of like that shading crease color. Works beautifully. I love that the lip and cheek colors can be used on your lips and your cheeks. And you can even use them on your eyes if you want to. You can, you know, you can use these products in a lot of different ways. So I like that. Another pro that I have found with this product is it dries down really nice. I don't feel sticky. I don't feel tacky. I have not used a setting spray. And I have to say, like, in the winter, one of my pet peeves is I have this really pretty North Face parka, and it's white, and so I put it on and I zip it up, and you know what happens is like all this makeup that's here gets all over like the collar of my coat, and I try to wear a scarf or something to sort of like stop that from happening, but it still happens. Or if you wear like a white turtleneck, you know, it's up here, it gets like makeup all over. I have found just the few times that I have tried this product or worn it like throughout the day, I get less transfer, which I think is a huge plus. And I'm not like a super huge fan of setting sprays to begin with. I mean, I'll definitely use it if I'm like wearing makeup for a wedding or something like that, that I know I have to have, you know, look good all day long. But for like everyday kind of wear, I'm like, I just want to like put it on and go. So I think having a product that dries down really nicely like this, that isn't going to have a ton of transfer onto my clothing, is a huge bonus. Finally, a pro with this product is I really genuinely love the amount of tutorials that you can find on just this product specifically online. Instagram is sort of like my go-to for, you know, beauty reviews with this product and tutorials. I mean, some of these girls do looks and different looks every single day. And I just found that to be super helpful. I really only have a couple cons with this product. One is that because you have to get it through a consultant, you can't really like touch and feel it in person the way you would if you went to like Ulta or Sephora. Now, if you know a consultant and she has the product, you can obviously meet with her in person, or I think like some ladies still like to do like the parties, like the Mary Kay parties, that kind of a thing. And I think that's very beneficial if you really do want to get your hands on it. I didn't know anybody that sold this stuff, so I was like, I'm just gonna kind of wing it. For me, another con is that with a product being in these tins, I do feel like there's just more opportunity for bacteria to get in there. And the only reason that's a concern for me is because I do still get blemishes and breakouts. I have one here, I've got a few under here. And what I found over the years is that the less I touch my face, the more I clean my makeup brushes, the less I cross-contaminate any sort of products, the less breakouts I have. So it's not like this thing is actually going to give you acne. I just think you have to be careful. Make sure you do this with clean hands, or use your brushes to dip into the product versus your fingers, and then make sure you clean your brushes periodically, which you should be doing anyways. But I think it's just something worth noting that if you have acne-prone skin, be very careful with any products. Even if it's not this product, be very careful with any product that you're dipping your fingers into. And you can kind of like mix and match. Like some of the girls really like to do a more everyday kind of look like this, and some of the girls like to do like a really dramatic, or I don't know, like party makeup. And I find it to be very helpful to be able to see a lot of different tutorials with a single product. So all in all, at the end of the day, I would definitely recommend that you try a product like this. If you are just looking for something different, if you want something that has more pigmentation in it, more luminosity, I would recommend giving it a try. all in all, for first impressions, I'm pretty pleased with this product. I definitely plan on keeping it. I would probably, like, the next things that I'm gonna dip my fingers into would be things like the lip and cheeks. I might order a few more colors. I'm interested in their eye products, but I have to look at them a little bit more to see if they're right for me. I literally have 700 eyeshadow palettes, and I just don't know if that's a good use of my money. But I definitely think that the foundation system that they have, it's worth trying. So I would recommend it. Like I said, I don't sell this product. In order to get it, you gotta go find somebody. I will link their Seint website below, but in terms of actually like purchasing and ordering, you're gonna have to find an artist that's either in your area or just somebody. I would recommend, like, go online and Instagram, find somebody whose look you like, that, you know, if you're into everyday makeup, go to somebody that like wears that type of look every day. If you want more like really deep dramatic looks, go to somebody that that kind of has those types of looks and ask for a color match. I'm sure they will just give you a great match and you will be off and running. So let me know if you have any questions about this product. If there's any other things you'd like to see on it. I definitely, like I said, I plan on ordering a few more items. So I don't know, we'll see. I think it's just kind of fun to try new things. Don't get stuck in the same makeup routine. So that's all I got. Hope you found this helpful in some way. If you have any questions, put them below, you know the drill. And I will see you guys next time. Later.